Sorry about that, y'all. The power went. The power blinked out. So I'm back for another part of this stream of this um, Village Eternity. I'm back, y'all.
Back again? I told you. Of course, a fresh fool to replace the last fools. What brings you stomping through my workshop, eh? My work. And from the racket outside, I must assume you made a mess of them.
Come on, Galvino, they weren't your best work.
And you are? I should melt you for parts, Amora. But you come seeking the White Forge, like they all do. Boys with smooth cheeks and wild dreams. Girls with bright ribbons tied next to their scabbards. Old men and women, too, seeking a final blaze of glory before they're snuffed out for another turn at the wheel. Sound familiar? I have this conversation with every pig-headed swashbuckler those Postenagos and stalwarts send here. Go see Galvino, they say. Surely he'll help you.
Must have slipped their minds what a busy and important fellow you are.
I should have let them stone you. Would have silenced your endless rattling forever.
Then you'd have naught but those frostbitten inbreds for company.
The spiteful imbeciles destroyed my career, ruined years of work. But let us focus on the reason for your visit, yes? The villagers and their adventurers hammer and pry at the battery as if they were laying siege to some moldering lord's keep. But those stones were laid by some of the finest builders ever to have lived, disciples of Abidan in the truest sense. They will not fall by the whims of any kith. And the door itself, it is infused with living essence. With the secrets of the Pargrunen dwarves, of course. The Pargrunen of Durgan's Battery perished within their own keep, victims of a violent disagreement among their own commandants. Surely in the village you have heard stories, no? Disappearing caravans, tracks in the snow, screams from the high towers. The work of spirits still trapped in the battery, and a testament to those impenetrable walls. But the door of the keep, the one the Pargrunen filled with essence, it was made to listen, to recognize its masters. Traditional Abtapo cultures revolved around language. Words revealed who they were and where they were from. That is why you need a Kandek. Some liken it to a poem, others to an anthem. In reality, it is more than either. A Kandek is a statement of purpose, a declaration of identity. Each is unique to its stronghold. Thus, to enter a fortress like Durgan's Battery, you would stand at the gate and recite its Kandek. Verus! A shame the Postonagos here cannot appreciate such elegance. To learn the Kandek, you must speak with one of the dwarves of Durgan's Battery. A shame they are all dead, no? But no doubt their souls live on in one or two of the villagers of Stalwart. Like fine wine poured into a cheap pot. But to identify them, that is the first problem. You would need the skills of an Animancer. Watcher? The Verus? If this is true, then you could find a sole descendant from Durgan's Battery, no question. But the greater difficulty remains. You would have to learn the Kandek from the dormant soul. And to do that, you would have to awaken it. An awakening is merely the jolting of a dormant soul into consciousness. When such things happen normally, it is because something has reminded the subject of a past life, often violently so. Thus, to awaken one of the former dwarves of Durgan's Battery, you will need to address that soul, preferably by name. But show some care. When you examine these souls, whatever it is you watchers do, you may see images. No, these are moments of special import. What you see will tell you much about the person, and perhaps the condition in which they awaken. Awaken them from a traumatic memory, and who knows? Maybe they awaken thirsty for blood. Or maybe you awaken someone else. Here, this has been tuned to the Aeon of Durgan's Battery. Use it near the villagers, and it should tell you if one has a soul old enough to have come from the battery. Oh, yes. Whoever you awaken will live with the memories and the personality of a past life. Maybe peacefully, maybe not. That is why you must pay attention to the soul you would awaken, no? It is a monumental thing to impose on another, but these are the very people who wish to rediscover the White Forge, Verus? Who can say? None have yet opened Durgan's battery. But the ones that came before you, I think they got close. You may wish to find them and see what they discovered.
Hey, Brandon.
Then perhaps the Cantek is what you now require. It is a pleasure to have such a courteous guest for a change. A shame you must dirty your boots in Stalwart.
I'm going with him.
You? Go to Stalwart? Is this your macabre sense of humor, or has something gone to rust in that beautiful head I crafted?
No one will bother me while I'm with him. Besides, I can help him find people at Stalwart.
You haven't been to Stalwart in 13 years. And this Watcher sees souls. What help could you be? Besides, I have need of you here. You owe whatever remains of your wicked life to me. This charming specimen is a convicted murderer. The Devil of Carrick, she's called.
Mighty fine of you to start with my good qualities, and you wonder why we don't get more visitors.
Killed over a dozen people before they finally caught up to her in Stalwart. Perfect company for lonely camps and mountain passes, no?
Hey, I know how to start a campfire.
The only reason she's not a frozen corpse is because I convinced the old mayor to let me try an experiment.
Okay, y'all, I'm back.
She committed her first crime in the village of Karak. Burned their family alive in their home. Did the same thing in half a dozen other villages, but the name stuck. She may be mad, but she's no fool. She wouldn't survive long on her own. If the villagers didn't send a hunting party after her, the Eramans would claim her. Her joints and mechanisms require maintenance, and she cannot perform all of it herself.
See, he's reminding me. In case I get any bright ideas.
Why build a fortress, or a village, or anything? To make something that keeps, that... It was the early days of the Legacy. My peers in the colleges of Animancy were filling the Hollowborn with the souls of animals. I thought there was a better way.
Won the Plum Academy job back in Salona. Don't forget that part.
Into a work of art! Look at this! Craftsmanship worthy of a jeweler. Fully articulated joints, capable of grasping a pen and writing her own name.
And of crushing your throat.
Show me another smith anywhere in the Deerwood who is capable of such delicacy and precision. She is a masterpiece.
Masterpiece.
Ah, here we go.
They were going to stone her anyway. Why not allow her to be put to some useful purpose?
My life's ambition. To serve somebody's useful purpose.
I approached Mayor Sinahiod and begged. He saw the potential and allowed me the privilege of attempting my little experiment. Then, I accomplished what few Animancers have even dreamed of. No academic support, no patron. Just me in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, now you got them all wound up.
I transferred a fully intact soul from a living subject to a fabricated body. She retained her personalities, her memories, all of it. Yet the villagers saw only a stolen corpse.
Smash that like button, hit the subscribe knock-on bell.
She's a fine specimen.
Everyone.
Her personality notwithstanding. Quay? No, you don't know what you ask. This woman, the Devil of Karak, she was a notorious murderer, burned people alive all over the region. Besides, she works for me. After all, I am the one who preserved her. So you get use of the Devil's services, and I get the satisfaction of knowing those stiffnecks are sweating through their small clothes, eh? It's a deal.
Fine price for a blacksmith striker. Suppose I should be flattered.
And there you have it, a bargain.
Our paths shall part.
A moment. You are going back to Stalwart, yes? Perhaps you could do me a favor. There is a man in the village named Grinde, the head fisherman. The rest of Stalwart kisses his feet because he fills their stinking plates with speckleback. But I know he's not as virtuous as he seems. That self-righteous meddler engineered my eviction from the village. He turned them all against me. Now I want him to feel the scorn of those mush-brained imbeciles. Humiliate him, of course. Show his neighbors what he truly is. And let him live with the disgrace. He's always been a Ripple sponge addict. Just got good at hiding it once his sainted sister died and left him in charge of the fishery. But he keeps a stash in the fishery. Sneaks in at night when the others have gone home. And emerges sluggish and red-eyed a few hours later. I want you to expose him. Go to the fishery after dark when it's empty. Find his Ripple sponge and show it to Renengild. Do not answer me now, but when you return to that festering eyesore and smell the stink of fish that hangs in the air, consider what I've said. Your misgivings collect like grime on a doorstep, but think, if this Grinde is a fraud, does he not deserve to be exposed? But be sure to approach the fishery by night, when it's empty. They will give you no end of trouble if they see you stealing during the day. The other projects, they are none of your concern. For years, I've been trying to create another like the Devil of Carrick. Yet those post-Enagos in Stalwart destroyed my machinery. Now, I can only create these broken, mindless things. The Devil remains my most perfect creation. Smugglers, slavers, fugitives. The kind of riffraff that pass this way. Rarely missed, and good work to keep my little devil busy. I can't present the Devil of Carrick to the academies, can I? A mad woman and a murderer? No. I need to bring a success to the Republics. As would I, but there is little to tell. They never gave their names. But they seem to know more about the battery than the others, which is unusual, because they did not seem like typical adventurers. Their hands were smooth and marked with ink, not scars, and they traveled light. Unusually so. Val himself could not have said, and I haven't the time to concern myself with the business of strangers. Something else? Quay. As must the gods themselves. I'm no pack mule. Let's offload this junk.
No, I didn't want to do that. Oh, she is a rogue. So I have 2 rogues. Oops. So permanently it's there is a rogue in this game. Should have known.
Keeping an eye out. Ogren's fire casts light in dark places.
You. Yeah, I'm going through it as fast as possible. do so much.
I would not expect some sea wench worshipping sea wench to understand.
You still upset about building a god-killing bomb?
On that fickle whore's orders.
You go digging through fire, you're gonna get burned.
I'd miss this place. Have that much right.
Very well.
Village was a touch livelier when I saw it last. Ain't saying much, though. Bitter cold and a persistent odor of fish. Now that were just the people. Anything's better than Galvino's workshop. You ain't heard the old buzzard sing. Anyway, what about you? We seen lots coming through, trying to crack the battery, but no watchers. Ah, looking for someone. That's a familiar yarn. But don't let me keep you from the sights and sounds of Stalwart. They're easy to miss. Effigy's eyes, that man loved to talk. Yeah. You want to hear me say yes, don't you? You'd have me go on about how I thought long and hard on my crimes, how I'd spend my own essence if it would quicken the men and women I killed. If it's sane and logical reasoning you're wanting, you're gonna be disappointed. Ain't no sense in any of it. Mayhap you've heard of Coldmoor. Was a quiet, forgettable patch of the woods. Till a pack of rabid clodhoppers set it afire. A farmer on the other side of the mountains woke up one day with his head all aflame and took it for the gibbering speech of his god. And so did a few thousand of his countrymen. So when he tired of Vorlus fields and marched west, a horde of armed Hicks followed. Saint Widwin and his blazing crusade celebrated his coup in Raid Ceres by invading the Deerwood. Most of his forces headed north to Haldat Citadel, but a lucky few thousand ventured through the mountains. Through Cold Morn. We let him pass. They had us clean beaten numbers. Even bumpkins like us figured that. Just look at Mercy Vale. They fought back. Now there ain't one stone standing atop another in the whole village. Besides, we asked the Duke for help. Told him Widwin's troops was coming through the mountains. Seems he had better uses for his soldiers. So we let Widwin's soldiers pass. Left him for the Duke to wrangle on his own terms.
Shit.
They dealt with the Raid Sarans. Then they came for us. It was after the Godhammer made a fine grid out of Widwin, when Deerwoodens were running on rage and looking for something to burn. They came at dark. Hundreds of folk. Every one of them mourning someone lost in the war. Must have decided it was our duty to escort their dead back to the wheel. They didn't light their torches till they had us surrounded. Time we saw them, there was a ring of fire closing around I woke. Ran to the window. Whole village were a maze of flames. Couldn't see nothing for the smoke. And the screams. Most ran for the streets. Got caught by the mob. Others hid, let their houses burn down around them. Hunting down the men and women what took part. Thought that much was clear. Sure. You want me to tell you straight? I found the men and women what destroyed my village, and I burned their houses down around them. Sometimes they was alone, and sometimes they wasn't. It were a mob that destroyed our village, but it was just one man that burned my family's house. Kept hoping I'd get to him as I was working my way through the rest of those maggots. No matter now, I suppose. There weren't much to say about it. By my reckoning, that means it was pretty good. Ma was a trapper, taught me to set snares and dress game. Dad was a tinker. I never had his patience, but it were fun to watch him work. My brothers and sister, they was good folk too. Part of me's glad they ain't here to see me now. Only kind to have with someone like him. Or me. Around about 13 years. Too long, you ask me. He'd spread butter on bread and claim he made something. Never been accused of modesty, that man. He managed to stuff my soul into this heap of bronze, true enough. Maybe that makes him a genius. Also makes him a son of a bitch. Every day. Just kept putting it off. It's not like either of us was going anywhere. Looked after his tools, cleaned the workshop, swung the sledgehammer. Oh, and snatched up travelers for his soul tinkering. But don't you worry. They were all bad folk. Just so you know, you got a real professional working for you. No other way to feel about the man who flayed my living soul. Yeah, I had enough of it too. Stalwart's great this time of year. Barroth spells in bloom for a good 5 days, and the mountain squall actually blows the fish stench away from town. Better than staying at Galvino's, anyway. I got a reputation. People in these little villages ain't the most open-minded. Not yet. Plenty, but nothing you need to know. Just 'cause I'm made of metal don't mean I got any special fondness for smiths and forges. No more than what Galvino already told you. For fancy dwarven poetry? None of them ever struck me as especially literate. So whichever you can stand to get close to. And that's on you. I lost my sense of smell 13 years ago. Nothing specific. Everyone looks about the same when they got their fingers up their noses. Only the last group, one before you, there was something different about them. Couldn't put my finger on it, but they was dangerous. Almost felt the hair on the back of my neck. Ain't felt that way about anyone else walking through Galvino's door, that's for sure. Murder, tracking, and the best materials for kindling. Those are more my area of expertise.
You look like you've been in the wilds. You see my wagon out there? You've saved my hide. I can't thank you enough. But I hope you'll take this. Here, as promised. Thanks again. With a little luck, I'll trade these blizzards in for a sea breeze soon enough.
Back to warm your hands, eh? What can I do for you?
You got the look of someone with his teeth around a secret.
Glad I'm not the only one who knows not to trust your kind, Watcher. You do well not to trust hers.
You all right? I won't serve you if you're already drunk, you know. Top quality bear pelts on every bed. You won't be disappointed. warm your hands, eh? Top quality. Back to warm your hands, eh? What can I do for you? Top quality. I'm no pack mule. Let's offload this
Didn't
junk.
think there was anything more than lice and hoarfrost to these folk, but you had a look back there. What do you find when you're rooting around like that? Mayhap I'm looking for someone. Woodcutter by the name of Harmka. So I can kill him. Wrap my fingers around his throat till he's as cold as his wretched village.
Yeah.
He was one of them. The mob that destroyed Cold Morn. I tracked him to Stalwart years ago, but got caught before I could finish my business. This man, Harmka, I saw him outside my house the night it burned, staring into the flames the way I see you stare into souls. I knew it were a fool's errand trying to hunt down every man and woman that carried a torch into Coldmorn, but if I knew I got the one responsible for my kin and my hearth, I might could rest easy. I took a good long look that night. Ours was a little place with a yellow door right on the edge of town. He was there. Besides, I asked around when I first got to Stalwart. Townsfolk said that all the woodcutters in town took part in the purge. Point of pride for them. I told you he was part of the mob. I spotted him watching my house when it burned. But when we find him, I want to know if he's the one responsible for my home, my parents, and my brothers and sister. I never thought I'd have the chance to know for sure. But you could look into his soul and find out. You being a watcher and all. Mighty fine of you. Mighty fine indeed. Don't know where he dallies these days, but someone in Stalwart could tell us. People from little villages, they always know.
Back to warm your hands, eh? What can I do? Top quality?
Very well.
Back to warm your hands, eh? Top quality? Back to warm your hands, eh? Top quality?
Hey there. Let me know if you need anything. Sure, ask away. Not sure what I can tell you, though. I haven't been here half as long as most. Me? Well, I used to build houses. These days I do this and that. Get work at the fishery sometimes, mending nets. Right now I'm helping with the stockades. The ogres keep us busy. I'm from Ina's Rest originally. Not so far from your Cadnua, actually. A little ways east. Nice lake nearby. A little like the one here. I heard some business went down with Lord Radric. Might have ended up tithing to you instead if I were still there, my lord. Truth is, I couldn't care less about the town, or the mines. But I like the people. Hardy bunch, living up here in the cold. Shame most of them have packed up. Feels like everything's conspiring to chase us out of here sometimes. Just means the ones of us that are left are the most stubborn-headed, right? Or foolish? Right. Anything else, then? Not so brave now, are you? What? Did I spill something on myself?
I take it you've met Galvino.
How much did the old snake pay you, Sirahiod?
Maestro Galvino and I came to an agreement. It was for the good of Stalwart. I thought...
You thought you'd let a killer walk among us?
Let's go.
Enough.
Oh my god. So much dialogue.
What's on your mind? Probably out in the russet wood, chopping timber.
Be careful how far you follow this revenge plot. It may bring her some small satisfaction, but I doubt anything good will come our way.
Why do you want to know? Well, if you don't find him, just... I take it you've met Galvino.
How much did the old snake pay you, Sinahio?
Maestro Galvino and I came to an agreement. It was for the good of Stalwart. I thought...
You thought you'd let a killer walk among us?
I read all this
What's
stuff.
on your mind?
Farewell.
You did right in parlaying with Baragon. Don't know that anyone else here is gonna see it that way, but I thought you should know. Something else you need?
It ever occur to you that maybe those dukes sent you here to screw things up?
It takes a paranoid mind to...
Got to speak up? My hearing ain't what it was.
Sinove, please. If we go now, we can get behind the barricade. We won't do any good here.
We're gonna go down fighting. Anyone who feels differently can settle it with me right now.
Good thing I'm freshly greased.
It's past midnight. Go! To raid Ceres, or Defiance Bay, or fucking Air Glonfoth. I don't care! I'll tell them. Mayor Sina here. The neighbors. Everyone.
Damn.
About what?
The stealing. You think I haven't noticed the money missing from the fishery coffers? Or heard Tana talk about losing a golden duke? You can't be found when there's work to do. But every time those merchant wagons roll into town, you've got coin enough for a few bags of ripple sponge.
No, it's not.
Stalwart tolerates your sponge habit, but they won't abide your thieving.
You won't.
I will.
Stop that thief!
It's gonna be dark outside. Oh yeah, it's gonna be dark. I forgot. Yeah. I roll back and rest. Daylight. I do it in the dark.
Back to warm your hands, eh? Top quality.
See if it's nighttime. Oh yeah. Everybody's sleeping. Yeah, there's nobody in here at night.
It's past midnight. Go! To raid Ceres, or Defiance Bay, or fucking Air Glonfoth. I don't care! I'll tell them. Mayor Sina here. The neighbors, everyone.
About what?
The stealing. You think I haven't noticed the money missing from the fishery coffers? Or heard Tana talk about losing a golden duke? You can't be found when there's work to do. But every time those merchant wagons roll into town, you've got coin enough for a few bags of ripple sponge.
No, it's not.
Stalwart tolerates your sponge habit, but they won't abide your thieving.
You won't.
I will.
You take shelter in our village and then ransack it like a common thief? You better explain yourself. What's that supposed to mean?
Worth coming back for this alone.
It was an accident. I was a failure and a wretch then. But I never would have killed anyone. Least of all my own kin. I gave her body to the lake, but I kept her bracelet to remember the cost of my own weakness. I ain't asking for forgiveness. I know I don't deserve any. My penance is my work on behalf of the village. And they need it, truly. You've seen the shape this place is in. Have mercy on Stalwart, if not on me. Let me do the work Arda would have done. That's my debt to Stalwart. And the only fitting way to honor my sister. Kept thinking I could get by this way. But I guess you're right. It's time they knew the truth about me.
anyone ever tell you that you have the best accent?
What? No, I mean, somehow.
I hope you've had some luck.
Man.
And do take care
Foolish
of that
praise
device.
in any
It has a few rather
It's
delicate
just an
components.
ordinary Valian accent.
What? So it works? What a day! But why these gems? I didn't think the device would be able to pick up inert Audra. Fascinating. I have to study this further. But all the same, it worked! At last! A breakthrough! With that Audra to work from, I can refine the enchantments. We'll be digging up iron, gold, Audra, all of it! This is going to change everything. Oh, and I won't leave you empty-handed, of course. Here, I had this set aside for supplies, but I don't think I'll be staying in Stalwart much longer. I won't forget all you've done for me. They'll hear about this back home, I promise you. Who knows? Perhaps they'll name the next battery after you.
Yeah.
Come on, say it one more time. Please?
Shoderi. Donderi. Vecente Kumane Mishonet. Okay. I'm gonna have to go up here and make sure every quest here is complete before I sell any of my stuff. Make sure I don't sell the quest items.
Welcome.
Father wants me to stay inside for a time. I don't think I can face anyone just yet.
Something I can do for you? Halfrick's got me straightening the rooms, but I'll help you if I can.
Pay attention. Sooner we get this done, sooner we can go.
We're hurrying, Captain Gregor. Honest.
Sir? Excuse me, sir. You all right?
What did you say?
Nothing.
That's what I like about you.
Beg your pardon?
You don't talk much.
Got to speak up? My hearing ain't what it was. That name, it carries memories of death, war, fury, the taste of blood. What do you want with it? What trickery is this, stranger? You think a Pargrin would so easily betray her own people?
You will die long ago. Oh!
You speak like one who knows me. Then you're not one of Zoltan's visiting merchants, or Exandru's foreign zealots. You're one of us. Did I nod off? My, but I had the strangest dream. So much work to be done. Pardon me, but I'd better check on those miners. At the rate they're going, it'll be another year before they clear that blazing shaft.
There we go. That's complete. She's about ready to pop. She's about to go up a level anytime soon.
How goes? Auroch Shadow, what's that wicked thing doing here? It's a killer! Look, we don't want no trouble. Just trying to do our work. We'd be much obliged if you'd leave us be. And take that thing with you. What did you say?
So much for you.
Almost 15 years I've been looking for him. All that fretting and wondering. And the deed's over in less time than it takes to tell. Peace. Now there's a funny word for it. I killed a lot of folk in my time. Felt their blood slick in my hands, smelled their flesh as it burned. And I always used to imagine what it would be like to have Harmka under my knife, feeling his breath come hot and fast, smelling the fear ooze out of him. Couldn't feel a thing. His fading pulse weren't no more than a patter of rain to me. This body, it weren't made for feeling. Gouging my fingers into Harmka's wasting flesh, his screams just buzzing in my skull. All it did was remind me that this is a madman's fever dream. Like a prison, but no, because in a prison, you lay your head down and you feel the straw soft beneath you. Your flesh prickling in the cold, black bread crumbling on your tongue. I'd trade them all if I could feel the snow cold around my ankles. I still dream on folk. I wake up some mornings wondering why I can't feel the floor beneath me, thinking I must have fallen and gone crippled. But then I lift my head, see a bronze corpse stretching out in front of me. It's not pity I want, it's a choice. I dream too of what Galvino did that night. Those moments. I'd endure another cold one if it'd spare me this fate. It was after I got caught in Stalwart. They'd locked me in a little house by the inn, the old mayor and his cronies. When a crowd of them came for me in the dark of night, I was only surprised it had taken them so long. Only they didn't march me to no gallows. No, they snuck me to another house on the edge of town, real sneaky-like. That's where I met Galvino. He was fiddling with some machinery in his workshop. Had his sleeves rolled up even though it was cold enough to see your breath. Never actually looked at me until he started fitting some copper helmet over my head. By that time, the mayor's goons had me trussed up good and tight. Galvino was having himself a grand time barking orders at that lot. So while Galvino's fastening that helmet over my head and them copper bands around my arms, I'm starting to look at its contraption. And that's when I see it. It's this metal suit strapped into the machine, just like me. A cold, dead-eyed thing, all done up with fancy carvings and such. I had this terrible cold feeling in my gut, but I still couldn't figure. I start asking Galvino and the rest of them what's going on, but they're too busy to answer. Then suddenly, they're waiting, staring at me with that fixed, horrified look. But they ain't watching me. They're watching for something to happen. Galvino tells the woman nearest the machine to flip the handle. And then, just pain. Being torn apart every which way, feeling my soul. By the time I came to, I couldn't feel a thing. Just this dull, distant sort of ache. I think that was when I knew. I reckon I'm the wrong person for that sort of question. But if it cools your conscience, Galvino didn't get off easy. The rest of Stalwart didn't take kindly to having a killer in their midst, nor to seeing their mayor and the army Valians strike a secret deal. They drove Galvino out, destroyed a fortune in machinery, and wrote a letter to the Academy in Salona, ruining what was left of his name. Still, he was lucky he didn't get a pelting. The old mayor fled too, and Stalwart's been as snug and cheery as ever. You're better company than Galvino. Been a while since I were out in the world. Guess I'm keen on seeing more of it. Even if I'm stuck with a bleeding heart. Anyways, I've been wondering about that fortress. Near everyone thinks it'll have just the thing they need. Those villagers wanted to fix up their brook downtown. Galvino always thought it carried some great secret of Animanson. And all them adventurers came looking for fancy gear. I don't know. Something to help me feel. Or forget. I just figured, with those dwarves being expert smiths and all, maybe they had something to unmake me. Put me back into my body. You got a real knack for finding the upside.
I'll be right back, y'all. I'll be right back. Alright.
Back to warm your hands, eh? What can I do for you? Back to warm your hands, eh? What can I do for you?
If you say so.
The devil has not scorched you yet, eh? Perfecto. Yes? Does the sniveling cur hide in his hall? Or has he been exiled to a place even more frigid and foul? Diverus! The man is even more of a wretch than I thought. What of him now? Surely the villagers string him up with his own fishing line. Perfecto! Oh, I only wish I could have seen it. I will open a good wine tonight. As for you, take this.
Here we go.
Whole place feels like it doesn't want us here. Like a farmer with a good-looking daughter. There's something ahead.
We earned this. Durgan's steel has lined our halls in gold.
Your vanity dishonors Abydon and cheapens us all.
These weapons are ours. Or have you two forgotten how to hold a sword?
If they need reminders that they're dead, I'd be happy to oblige them. Where there's a pick, there's a way.
I'll see what's ahead.
Damn you both! My generation built this keep to honor Abydon, not to further your greed and ambition.
We're Park Ronin. Our forefathers explored and conquered, but you've stuck us in this frigid hall.
Paved with gold and marble. I won't allow us to abandon our legacy for your delusions.
No, you'll peddle it away to line your pockets. How much have you made selling our steel, Zoltan?
Again with your lies. You think I don't hear you turning the others against me? These walls echo, and...
Enough! I'll send the Forge Guardians on both of you if that's what it takes.
Nice and quiet.
Rif Uligna!
And what does the flame reveal? I'll see it done. I'm no pack mule. Let's offload this junk. Leave it to me!
Slowly now.
A blade in the depth.
Lava! Rif Uligna!
So much for
So much murder.
I'll see it done.
Shh. He'll regret this.
It's finished.
Varanthus!
there's a pick, there's a way. I'm no pack mule. Let's offload this junk.
I'll see what I can find.
I see something. You're not getting through me.
Lava!
We've got to survive, by any means necessary.
We'll have blood in these halls before long.
They won't see me coming.
Whew, good thing I sold most of my jewelry.
How long before the Commandants come to blows?
Did you see the look in Maroon's eye? Alexandra went back. So much for you.
Leave it to me!
Owen Ixana! I'm no pack mule. Let's offload this junk. Keeping an eye out.
Zoltan's the only one with sense. Anyone who says otherwise is a fool.
That cheat sold our steel and kept the coin himself.
Maroon? She won't rest until our corpses decorate the halls. Eyes open.
There's something ahead.
sell some of the stuff I have. And then I'll come back. I got too much junk. What's that?
Get out! Out! Oh yeah.
Heard the good news. Here, drinks on me. We should see top quality.
So we can go ahead and get these buildings up there. Yeah, get these buildings done.
Back to warm your hands, eh, Top Quad?
Rest. Yeah, but they're too high level. There's some enemies in here high level.
Stop right there. You must be some merchant come to speak with Zoltan. Our illustrious coin master may let you plunder our armory, but I've got other ideas for dealing with your lot. Turn and go before I show you how an arms warden deals with trespassers.
Ew. Now she's trying to get aggressive.
I'm Maroon, proud Pargrin and arms warden of Durgan's Battery. And you're answering my questions now. Pargrunen quarrels are no business of yours, outsider. Whoever you're searching for, I haven't seen them. And none get past me. Leave our halls. Go back to whatever land you hail from.
Fine, I'll go.
You waste your breath on hollow threats. I'll have you carved by Durgan's steel, wretch. Then we'll see what the other commandants have to say.
Well, bring it on. Crap.
Griff Uli.
Kill that thing back there.
I shall deal with this.
Lava.
I see something.
Parathis!
I shall be discreet.
Slowly now.
Continue passing into the mines. The mines of Moria. They call it a mine. A mine. Stay in line. It's a tomb. Mines of Moria.
Light, flame, and sound.
We can't hold them up! Fall back!
Margaret's fire casts light in dark places.
Oh, here we go. Damn.
Lava.
Parathis! 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 You're not getting through me.
Laying low. Where there's a pick, there's a way.
And if I find something good, you can have half.
They're coming over the barricade!
Guess the barricade didn't
I'll
work.
see what I can find.
Oh, fuck. Damn.
You're not getting through me.
Alive?
I shall be discreet.
Let us in! They're coming!
Don't look back!
Keep running!
Out of my way!
Francis! Leave it to me!
Take that!
So much!
You're not getting through me.
Francis!
Kinda stuck.
Leave it to me!
That's not very helpful.
And what does the flame reveal?
coming! To the mines!
Where there's a pick, there's a way. Where there's a pick, there's a way. Where there's a pick, there's a way.
Whew, good thing I sold most of my jewelry.
Where there's a pick, there's a way. Where there's a pick, there's a way.
Hold them off! Move!
Up in its gears. They're coming!
Eyes open.
Blasphemy! Mow it! I'm no pack mule. Let's offload the
Not getting through me.
A blade in the dark. Keeping an eye out. We're outnumbered!
Listen, you hear that?
Keeping an eye out. A blade in the dark. Keeping an eye out. Keeping an eye out.
These are Abidan's treasures! Kill them all!
A blade in the dark. There's something ahead.
If you're holding anything in...
Sure thing.
There's something
These are
ahead.
Abidan's treasures! No prisoners!
It's finished. Keeping an eye out.
Bring them down!
Won't show them the wicked
Abidan's sacred ground!
Not getting through. Feeling the strain.
Better, Aloth! Golden Republic!
Light, flame, and sound. We'll keep to ourselves.
Be cautious.
I see
Be
some
honest.
Abidan's treasures!
Parathis!
Bury me at sea.
Take that!
I see something.
You're not getting through me. Feeling the strain.
You profane Abidan's
Keeping an eye out. Laying low.
Margaren's fire casts light in dark places.
There's something
These are
ahead.
Amidon's treasures!
A blade in the dark.
You profane Abidon. Sacred ground.
Leave it to me! You're not getting through me.
Miss!
These ones are in!
That's not very...
Light, flame, and sound. We'll keep to ourselves.
There's something ahead.
The seal.
Where there's a pick, there's a way.
Hey, Olaf, can I, talk to your, you know, your friend?
What is it about Isle?
Yeah. I'm right here, you know. No, you're both great. It's just, well, I feel like I don't get to spend...
He is.
As one!
Love beyond.
Lavaru beyond seek! Lavaru!
Lava. So much Let's burn this away!
Leave it to me! Grith!
Forth to battle!
That's not very helpful. Leave. That's not very helpful. Leave it!
I'll be right back, y'all. I'll be right back.
As would I, but their hands something else. The other projects, they are none of your concern. It feels dark. For years, I've been trying to create another like the Devil of Carrick. Yet those post-Enagos in Starward destroyed my machinery. Now, I can only create these broken, mindless things. The Devil remains my most perfect creation.